Bad Bunny has been selected to perform at the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. The reason why Jay-Z and the NFL decided to pick Bad Bunny to perform is because they couldn't get Drake, right? For those that don't know, they've been trying to get Drake to perform at the Super Bowl for the last 10 years. They've been unsuccessful at it. They thought that hiring Jay-Z would increase their chances of persuading Drake to perform at the Super Bowl. And I think it was possible, right? But Jay-Z deciding to pick Kendrick Lamar to perform at the Super Bowl last year, I think that was the nail in the coffin, and I don't think Drake is ever going to perform at the Super Bowl as long as Jay-Z is still... Because for those that don't know, Jay-Z, he runs the halftime show. He picks which artists perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, for those that don't know. It's not Roger Goodell. They put all of that on Jay-Z. Jay-Z runs all of that. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick Lamar's performance at the Super Bowl last year was very lackluster. A majority of people, they didn't even know who he was. The only song that they really knew was Not Like Us, right? Now, I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar isn't popular. You know, Kendrick Lamar is definitely a top 3 rapper in the world right now. But I'm just saying, like, when you're thinking of the NFL football audience as a whole, they don't know who Kendrick Lamar is, you know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have too many radio songs that you're going to know off the back of your hand, right? But Not Like Us being the biggest song. Not Like Us and Like That being the biggest songs of 2024, you know, it definitely made sense for them to pick Kendrick Lamar to perform. I totally get why they did it. But let's talk about Bad Bunny, right? Let's take the focus off of Drake, right? Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, bruh. I like Bad Bunny's music. You know, my cousin, he's the one that put me on the Bad Bunny. I'm Jamaican. Bad Bunny works with a Jamaican producer. What's the guy's name, bro? What's the Russian? He works with a Jamaican dancehall producer named Russian, and that's how he got into Bad Bunny's music. Now, I do not speak Spanish. I don't understand Spanish. I understand the basic words, but even though I can't understand what Bad Bunny is saying, I think his music is fire. And if you watch his music videos on YouTube, some of his songs actually translate what he's saying into English, just in case you can't understand them. So I think Bad Bunny is a great artist. He's definitely one of the biggest artists in the world. This guy has an international fan base. But when you think of the NFL, right? People that are paying all this money to go to the Super Bowl, they're not going to understand what Bad Bunny is saying. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to understand what he's saying. A lot of people aren't going to be familiar with his songs because even though Bad Bunny is a very popular artist, he is not that big specifically in America as he is in other places. Obviously, America has a large, Latin community, right? So people that are Caribbean or Latin or Latino or Latina, they're going to be familiar with his music. But as far as a majority of Americans, they're not going to know his songs. They're not going to understand what he's saying. And I think that they're going to be very confused at this Super Bowl halftime show. Now, let's be honest, right? There is a high possibility that Bad Bunny is going to have guests to perform with him. Like Bad Bunny has a song with Drake that I love. It's called Mia. One of my favorite, not just one of my favorite Bad Bunny songs, it's one of my favorite Drake songs. For those that haven't heard that song, go listen to Bad Bunny featuring Drake, Mia. I think it came out a long time ago, man. But there's a possibility that Bad Bunny could get Drake to perform with him at the Super Bowl and they could perform that song. They have multiple songs together. I believe there's a song that Drake did with Bad Bunny on For All the Dogs. I didn't like it. But yeah, there's a possibility that Drake and Bad Bunny could perform their songs together at the Super Bowl. There's a possibility that we're going to see other artists, on the Super Bowl. I don't think it's just going to be Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny is going to be performing with other people. So don't get too upset. As we get closer to the Super Bowl, I'm sure that we'll hear other people will be performing as well. Like last year was kind of weird because the only people that performed was Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I thought that was kind of weird. But I am expecting other people to join Bad Bunny and perform with him. Like I have a strange feeling Pitbull. I have a strange feeling Pitbull is gonna be at the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if J-Lo, because Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican, so don't be surprised if J-Lo shows up, even though she's performed at the Super Bowl 20 times already. I'm fucking tired of J-Lo. Don't be surprised if Fat Joe performs at the Super Bowl. He's another Puerto Rican. He's a Puerto Rican rapper. So don't get too upset. I think this performance is going to be good. And I think that, Americans need to learn how to accept other cultures, man. Like, it's okay, man. Like, America is a melting pot. I know you guys are upset that there's a artist who doesn't perform his songs in American. I totally get why people would be upset, but just sit back and watch the show, man. Sit back, watch the show, drink a beer, and maybe you guys will hear some songs that you like. Listen, I think a lot of people that are complaining about Bad Bunny, I guarantee you that when you guys see this man perform, a lot of you guys are going to become fans of this man, and a lot of you guys are going to start listening to his music. This guy is even in WWE. He's had a match in WWE where he was wrestling than actual professional wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is super talented. He's basically the Puerto Rican Drake. The best way for me to describe Bad Bunny's music, this nigga is the Puerto Rican version of Drake. Like, if Drake was a reggaeton artist and he couldn't speak English, he would be Bad Bunny, okay? Bad Bunny doesn't have all of these streams every month on Spotify and Apple Music for no reason. This guy is a very big artist. He makes more money than a majority of the rappers in America. So before you're so quick to disrespect this man, give this man a chance. And also, Cardi B and J Balvin is going to be there. A lot of people don't know the song I Like It. A lot of people don't know that Bad Bunny is on that song. He has a lot of songs that people just don't know is Bad Bunny, because I think his music is bigger than him as a person, right? Like, he's not like a Drake or a Nicki Minaj, where it's like you hear their songs and you automatically know who the person is. In America, Bad Bunny, his songs get played on the radio, and sometimes you might not even know it's him. So he's going to perform a couple of songs, and you're going to be like, oh shit, that's Bad Bunny? Okay, I know who that is. So, I think people are overreacting, and I think that people need to relax, chill out. Like I said, if you've never heard a Bad Bunny song, I recommend you to listen to Mia featuring Bad Bunny and Drake. And from there, go on and listen to the other songs, man. So that's my thoughts on this, man. I'm not upset with Bad Bunny headlining the Super Bowl. Like I said, they tried to get Drake. They've been trying to get Drake before Drake and Kendrick Lamar started beefing. They've been trying to get Drake to perform at the Super Bowl for the last 10 years. They've been unable to do it. Drake has failed to commit to it. And they had to settle for somebody else. So, if you can't get Drake, they said, let's get Bad Bunny. So, I'm not mad at that at all, man. Let me know what you guys think about this, though, man. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.